Here's the truth, because nobody else is going to say it this plainly. Your scripts aren't bad because you're using the wrong AI model. Everybody's chasing this. New model drops, everyone upgrades, and the scripts come out exactly as forgettable as before. Because the model was never the problem. YouTube's trust and safety lead put his finger on it last week, and he used a phrase I haven't been able to stop thinking about. He was describing the videos that get channels removed from the partner program. They're very generic and don't really have a narrative arc, and don't really show your creativity. Narrative arc. That's not a model problem, that's a structure problem. And structure is the one thing you can fix today, for free, in about 4 minutes. I'm Tim, day 3 of 5. Let's get into it. The full prompt is written out in the free AI channel blueprint, but I'm also going to put it on screen in a minute so you don't need the link to get the value. Let me show you why this is the highest leverage fix in the whole series. The policy page lists what fails. One of the items. Image slideshows, templated storylines, or scrolling text with minimal or no narrative, commentary, or educational value. Read that again. Minimal or no narrative. Notice what it doesn't say. It doesn't say AI. It doesn't say faceless. It doesn't say avatar. Every failing item on that list is describing a video with no shape. And Halpern was explicit that the tool is irrelevant. Whether you use AI or not, whether you use CGI or not, conventional stock, any of those things, you still want to tell a great story. That's the essence of being a creator. Now here's the part almost nobody caught, and it's the most useful sentence in the interview. He said you're sharing an arc of stories over videos, where there's a progression of your talent, your ability as a storyteller, and you can see the channel. You can become invested in the channel. Over videos, not in one video, across the channel. That's two arcs, one inside each video and one across all of them. Most people building faceless channels have neither. They have a stack of unrelated uploads that happen to share a logo. And I'll tell you how I know. This series you're watching right now is me fixing exactly that. 5 videos, one thread, each one setting up the next. That's the second arc, built on purpose, in public. The reason I can do that is the same reason I scripted 17 complete videos in one session. I don't ask AI for a script. I give it a structure and make it fill it in. That structure, plus the rest of the workflow, is in the free AI channel blueprint. Link below. So here it is, the actual prompt. Pause and screenshot this. I'm not holding anything back. It's built on a framework I call REAL. Reality check, evidence, action, legacy. Every video on this channel is built this way, including this one. You tell Claude 3 things before it writes a word. Who exactly you're talking to, and what their problem is. What your proof is, meaning the one thing only you can say, and what hype you're puncturing. Then you make it right in 4 movements. Reality check. The first 30 seconds. Challenge an assumption the viewer holds. No introduction, no throat clearing. Make them think, wait, really? Evidence. Prove the reality check using your proof. Specific numbers, specific tools, specific outcomes. If a claim can't be grounded in your proof, cut the claim. Action. Teach exactly one thing they can do today, step by step. Not 3 things. 1. Hold nothing back. Legacy. Zoom out. Why does this one skill still matter in 2 years? And then 5 rules. Short sentences, then a fragment for emphasis. Second person, singular, you're talking to one person. Never write a sentence you'd have to be a stranger to say out loud. Every claim gets a receipt or gets cut. And end on the next video's question, not a summary. That's it. That's the whole game. Now the 2 lines in there doing the heavy lifting, because if you skip them, you're back to slop. My proof. One thing only I can say. This is the line that makes the output ungeneric. A, I cannot invent your receipts. If you leave this blank, you will get a competent, structurally sound, completely interchangeable script, which is precisely what Bucket 1 describes. And end on the next video's question, not a summary. That's how you build the second arc, the one across videos. Summaries close the loop and the viewer leaves. Questions open one and they come back. That single instruction is why you're watching day 3 instead of having stopped at day 1. And to be clear about what this prompt is not, it isn't an editing workflow. I covered that separately in the 8-step Claude workflow video. This is upstream of all of it. Structure first, then production. Here's why this outlasts every model release. In 2 years, there'll be a model that writes better sentences than anything available today. It still won't know that you lost a deal in 2019 because you didn't call the client back. It won't know what your business taught you. It won't have your arc. Halpern said viewers want to become invested in the channel. You can't automate that. But you can structure for it. And the structure is 4 movements and 1 honest receipt per video. That's not a hack. That's just being a creator with a faster tool. The technology doesn't matter, the mechanics matter. The blueprint's free, link in the description. It's the whole workflow this prompt sits inside. Tomorrow, day 4, and it's the one I'm most invested in personally. Bucket 3. AI personas talking about finance. I'm an AI avatar. I talk about money. So am I the thing YouTube just described? I'll show you the line and exactly where I sit relative to it. I'm Tim. See you tomorrow.